Heidi, hi friends. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well. Guess what I've been trying to do? Trying to relearn the mandolin. By relearn, I mean I never learned it because I dropped it because I got a poor quality one. So I can't tell if I'm doing the fingerings wrong or if the instrument just sucks. And because I played a string instrument, I can tell the difference. So I know it's a combination of both. So we'll see if I continue that journey. Regardless, we're not here for that. We're here to get into some stories. Should you leave your partner? And the other one is that question, whether or not they want it to be. So before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, friends. Interact, please. We're getting so close to 100. We're going to shoot for the moon. We're aiming for 1,000. We are quite far away. But with your help, with your small donation, we can get there. Regardless, let's jump on in. Okay, we're doing one from a different subreddit this time. We have, would I be the a-hole if I break up with my boyfriend from am I the a-hole _ relationships? So this is going to be a long one. This is not a long one. I'm so sorry. I just really need advice and I don't have anyone to ask. So my boyfriend, a 28-year-old male, and I, 25-year-old female, have been dating for almost 3 years and he has ADHD. I know where this is going. Girl, I know where this is going. It is like clockwork. Every time a Redditor mentions that their partner has ADHD, they want to be in an open relationship. Or what's the other one? Well, they always use it for like to excuse their problems, but like, yeah, it's not always, but it's like, girl, it's a lot. I would say 50-50. 50% is miscellaneous other things. The other 50% is they want an open relationship. They're like, I'm too distracted. So my boy, and also I've met 2 people in real life that have said that they're ADHD. They were like, no, I have to focus on a bunch of other people. That was wild. And that happened very recently. That was in the past, like, 2 years. Anywho, let's continue. So my boyfriend, I read that already, bless. We have been on and off all the time for the past 3 years. All right, girl, take the hint. You over here asking me, oh, what should I do? I think you gave yourself the answer the 5th time when you left this man in the past 3 years. Break up, and then after a month we patch up, and then the cycle repeats itself. Yeah, shocker. So nothing has changed, but you still jump in it. Not to victim blame, just saying what it is. We have been having this conversation lately, so I've been asking him, do you really want this relationship? I've been giving him time and space to think about it, and do I really want this relationship or not? I've been asking him to talk to his friends and get advice to what his friends think. Or you could ask him to self-reflect and do the work that he should be doing, considering he's the one in the relationship, okay? If this relationship is sustainable for him, amongst other things. He opened up to me that I'm very toxic and narrow-minded because he does... and narrow-minded because he doesn't want to limit himself to one person. I tell you, it's either that or it's a bunch of different excuses as to why they're okay being a terrible person. It is insane. And he's very open-minded. I'm sure he thinks he is. Boo. And he believes that I can't understand his way of living. I guess he can't believe that you don't understand his way of living. I'm assuming that's what you meant to write. A lot of things that he has said is from his perspective. And when I try to explain from my perspective, I want to hear what happens. He's not ready to listen. Even if he listens, he does not believe my perspective can be different and good. Liar. Girl. From his perspective, everything I do is toxic. So why are you with him? Why are you with him? Why? What are you gaining from this man? Is he laying it down good? Is that what it is? I I I get like being stuck in a relationship. I struggle with over long periods of time people continuously getting back together when they break up for the same reason. I could never, and I get the strong feeling, but like at what point, and I get the feeling and the attachment. I understand it. I understand it like from a psychological standpoint. But when you like live through the turmoil of it, listen, even when you really like the person, I had a good 8 months. I said, hey, we had a run that was terrible, and we're done now. I said, I don't understand how people can feel so comfortable being unstable. And don't give me, well, sometimes in their life. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I'm talking about you feel it when you're in it and it keeps happening. And what about you makes you not like, no, I'm good. End the ride. Scroll the names, play that happy song, whatever that Miley Cyrus song is. Or is that Hannah Montana? Anywho, he takes it in a negative way. But when we are together, we are very happy. Girl, you're about to give me an aneurysm. We don't live together. We see each other on the weekends only. I just need advice if I should continue this relationship or not. I really, really love him. Well, that's clear. That's why you keep coming back and looking like a clown. But at the same time, my mental health is going bad. I don't want to leave him as well. And we have been... Why? Why? He says you're a toxic person, that he doesn't like these things about you. He says you're narrow-minded, that he wants to bring other people into this relationship because underlying thing is he's trying to make you feel like you're not enough, which we'll get to. And then you keep going through these cycles. It's clear he doesn't want to be with you. You're miserable when you're with him a lot of the time, but you're like, but sometimes it's good. Whatever. I'm scared of the fresh new start. Now, how old? 25. Girl, don't make me slap you upside your head. You're 25. And he's 28. You have such a long life ahead of you. And if you do the work, you'll be able to find someone. Everyone will find someone. I've been single for a very long time, and I'm okay with it because self-peace and sanity is worth way more than this whatever you're going through. You think that because you've been in a relationship for a long time, it's worth fighting for, and that's not how it works. All you've been showing yourself is that it's okay for me to continuously devalue myself. The gag is this whole thing about you being narrow-minded. I hear this all the time. It's what people use when they're with someone I should say this. It's when people who I mostly believe are poly are with someone who is a monogamous, and they use that kind of vernacular to gaslight them into being in an open relationship. Well, if you were a more progressive person, if you cared about me, this is beneficial for the both of us. We get to, instead of just saying, you know what, I realize that I'm a poly person. Are you okay with that? And if you're like, no, I'm not, I just want it to be us. And like, I hear you. I actually don't think that I'm able to do that. So we should break up, because otherwise, this isn't going to be a fulfilling relationship for me, and in turn, it will not be a fulfilling relationship for you. It's going to breed resentment. We're already in a good place. I would like to find a way in which we can work it out. Okay, well, like, I'll try. And it's like, I hear that you want to try, but like, you have to be honest with yourself. If you think you can do it, then great, we can try. But if you don't want this, then you don't want this. And you have to be strong in that. A person that cares about you will have the conversation that way if they want an open relationship. This ain't what happened. He's trying to make you feel like a bad person, so you just cave in. He's trying to twist your arm, so you just call uncle. Oh my God. Oh, and even this comment says, not the a-hole. Fact of life. Sometimes love isn't enough. You know what? I'll push back on that. Love is never enough. It's not in familial situations. It's not in platonic situations. It's not in romantic situations. You have to, even though you can have strong feelings of care and emotion, and just like love for someone, it doesn't mean that things are just going to be easy, or they have to put up with bad and toxic behaviors. People are going to show you who they are. And no matter your feelings about them, just because you love them and you care for them does not mean that they're going to give you that same energy back. And it's important for you to recognize that, because if both of you are not working towards the same goal in any of those relationships that I named, those styles, family, platonic, and romantic, then you're not going to be able to develop a deep and meaningful relationship. And that's fine. That just means you need to remove yourself from the situation and or change the expectation of it. You really have fun because you both like like Bob's Burgers and you like The Simpsons and Family Guy, you like love all the animated stuff. You're like, great, this is beautiful. I don't want to lose my friend because we watch all these shows together. You can still watch the show together and be the person's friend. You don't have to be in a romantic relationship because your values of that don't align. That is possible. So in short, girl, you absolutely should break up with him. And you really have to ask yourself, why am I clinging on to this man who has continuously put me through hell for the last 3 years, who's saying that I'm a bad person? If you're such a bad person, then why is he staying with you? He would only stay with you unless he's getting something. What's that something? The kitty cat? A place to stay on the weekends? You'll be cooking for him? What's going on? You have value. Don't let someone try to diminish it, okay? Why did my girlfriend, a 27-year-old female, decide to leave me, a 25-year-old male, when I questioned her about condoms I found in our room? Dun dun dun. Okay, yeah, it's given guilty. But you know what? Maybe there's a twist. Okay, I have. Yesterday, male 25, was doing laundry and cleaning out my part of the closet when my girlfriend, female 27, was at a baby shower. In the closet, there's 2 shelves with rods to hang clothes off of. Yeah, we know how a closet works. One shelf to keep a bag with sex toys. Ooh. In that bag, I found 3 Magnum condoms that I did not buy due to the fact that my penis isn't 10 inches. Oh, these extra big? What? I'm assuming that's what that means. Okay. Maybe. Oh, wait. I'm laughing, but like maybe that's relevant. So he's like, that's why I didn't buy them. Okay, understood. We have been together for a little over 4 years, and she's been living with me for the last 3. I bought a single box of condoms when we first started talking. We haven't hardly used condoms as she's been on birth control this entire time. She's allergic to latex, that's good to know, and I have a sense of, I'm going to assume that's supposed to say false confidence, that I wouldn't be the one to accidentally get someone pregnant. Okay. I haven't touched this bag in some time, probably close to a year, as the toys she likes are vibrators and she keeps them on her side of the bed. I messaged her when she was at the baby shower, asking what the hell I just found. She came home prepared to discuss it, said they're not hers, and she doesn't wear condoms. Well, no shit. I wanted to know how they ended up in a bag that's hidden in our bedroom. We don't have people over often, and if we do, it's usually family. We don't host parties because I don't want to deal with people drinking at my house. I'm clueless how they ended up in a hidden bag, and she denies all claims. We had a relatively short and civil discussion. She denied them being hers, and she would never cheat, as she has more to lose having to move from my house, and then packed her bags, and I don't know if that's the reason you want to use, and packed her bags and went to her brother's house, telling me she'd be back this weekend for her things. I can't make any sense of this, but I'm by no means a detective. Okay, interesting. One top comment says, if she's allergic to latex, why would she be using them with someone else? Someone right under that says, that's my question as well. If they were hers, wouldn't they be latex free? I don't know how they got there, but this doesn't add up. Sometimes sex toys come with condoms or mini packets of free lube. I have little stash. Interesting. Because I was like, what's very surprising is that he says these aren't mine. Like, if anyone were to buy them, I would probably buy them. And it would be over a year, right? So you're like, if it was an ex, why would you still have it? It could have just been a mistake, but it sounds like last time he saw that bag, there was nothing in there, right? So you can't be like, man, that was from years ago. Or maybe I'll look through the comments and see. Maybe that is there. But for him, it's like, I know I didn't buy these. These aren't even my size, which they didn't kind of address. So I'm like, where did it come from? I do think he messed up by being accusatory. Like, I got it, especially if you say you're not a detective. I play the long game. You remove it. You remove it secretly. Do they say anything? Do they notice? If so, bam, I caught you. But maybe they don't notice because they just forgot, right? Because what if like that bag had it and right and it came with the toy, or maybe it was an ex from before you were there and she just kept it in that bag. But if she always had a latex allergy, why would she even have it there? One of y'all got a secret. Is something's up. That's so interesting. You know, I was interested because I didn't even stop during the story. Ooh, here's a comment that's interesting. If my partner of 4 years accused me of cheating due to finding random condoms in our shared sex toy bag that expired this year. So I guess they expired this year. So they're probably, So they're probably like 4 to 5 years old. When I'm allergic to latex, I don't know if I choose to continue the relationship. Well, I think they just made that. I think this Redditor commenter made up the whole um, expiration date because someone's like, "Where did you see it?" Because it's also not in the story. Maybe it's in a comment later. Um, right, and the fact that like she immediately broke up with him, it's given suspicious. I mean, does she really have a latex allergy? No, nobody. um, yeah. I mean, right, and you would expect her not to keep it. I don't know. That's interesting. I do think you were within your grounds to ask. I think it is weird for condoms to appear in a place you don't expect it when you know you didn't buy it and you've been with this person for a while. But I would have just been like, I found these condoms. You know where they came from? Because I didn't buy these. And I think if you did that, the reaction itself would have spoke more. Are you accusing me? I'm like, no, I'm just asking. Right? If you can see how defensive they get, be like, where? In my bag? You can tell by the reaction, like, what's kind of going on. So I think you messed up there. I think you're right to ask. But I wouldn't have asked in that way. And I would have tried to do it in a way that would give my partner the benefit of the doubt. Because, yeah, if she really does have a latex allergy, which you probably know from interacting with her, then why would she keep it there? Why would she have latex condoms at all? It's weird. I don't have an answer. This is a mystery. Nancy Drew, where you at, girl? And with that, friends, we are finito. Thank you for joining me for these 2 stories. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get that, especially the subscribe part and the like part. It helps the algorithm so it can just reach more people. Love you all, and bye.